Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about this incredible looking and incredible performing PC that goes for around $1,100 to $1,200. Now, this PC is not mine and I did not build it. This PC is actually from my editor, Jen. She is a close personal friend of mine and she helps me a lot with editing the YouTube videos that I do for the channel. And she built this PC about a few months ago, and normally it would have a RTX 2060 in it, but I changed it up to the RTX 3070 just to keep it a little bit modern and see exactly how well it performs today. So before we get into the video, make sure you guys are subscribed down below because I have a lot more content coming up and you guys do not want to miss it. Now, with that being said, let's jump in right into the video so I can show you guys everything that's inside this PC and exactly how well it performs. So for the processor, we have the Ryzen 5 3600. This is well regarded as one of the best bang for your buck CPUs. It is 6 core and 12 threads, which is more than enough for gaming at any resolution and for any other intense workloads. It is paired with 16 gigabytes of Crucial Ballistics RGB RAM clocked at 3200 megahertz, and it is a sweet spot for this kind of build. Now for the motherboard, we are using the Gigabyte B450 Aorus Pro Wi-Fi. Now, while you can go the X570 or B550 route, the B450 chipset still has a place even in 2021 for those who don't care about PCIe Gen 4 and are looking to save costs while still having the flexibility for a future CPU upgrade. For the storage, we have 500 gigabytes of Western Digital NVMe SSD and a 2 terabyte Seagate Barracuda hard drive for mass storage. For the GPU, we have the incredible and hard to find RTX 3070 Founders Edition. This is a great pairing for the Ryzen 3600 as you can play at any resolution and still have a great experience. The power supply we chose was the EVGA BR600. Now, despite being under the 650 watt recommendation for the 3070, this is still enough to power it and should have no issues doing so. All of this is inside the beautiful NZXT H500 Overwatch Edition case. Despite this being an older case, it is still exactly the same as the NZXT H510 with a few minor tweaks, so the overall looks will be the same. Also, this is the Overwatch Edition, and with that being my favorite game, I have a soft spot for this case. Now, if you manage to find these parts, which seems impossible to do here in early 2021, and if you find them at their MSRP or current sale prices, this build should total you anywhere between $1,100 to $1,200. Some things will vary, for example, this limited edition case, but that should be the overall ballpark estimate. Now, to see how well this PC performs, I have decided to test 3 games at 1440p, as I believe that is a sweet spot for a build like this. So starting with Overwatch, as you can't have an Overwatch PC without testing this game, at the highest preset available, I managed to get 131.8 frames per second with 1% lows at 86.9 frames per second. Moving on to an older yet demanding AAA title, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I managed to get 108.1 frames per second with 1% lows of 86.5 frames per second at its highest preset. And finally, in Cyberpunk at its Ultra preset, I managed to get 55.6 frames per second with 1% lows of 47.3. Enabling the Ultra Ray Tracing preset with DLSS set to auto, I managed to get 55.7 frames per second with 1% lows of 43.8 frames per second, which is still just about the same as the regular Ultra preset, and I still believe it is a great result for this game cranked up to the max. Alright guys, and there you all have it. That is my $1,100 to $1,200 PC build guide, and I think it performs pretty well. For $1,200, you're getting a PC that can handle any games at pretty much any resolution, with 1440p being the sweet spot in my opinion. Like I said before, this is not my PC, this is Jen's PC, and she actually built this herself, minus the fact that I put a 3070 in there. But as you can see, cable management isn't the most perfect thing on it, but I think for a first-time builder, and especially in a case like this, like the NZXT H500 or the NZXT H510, it is very easy to build in that you don't need a lot of experience to learn how to build a PC into a case like this. So I think that's why people go for the NZXT cases, just because they're very easy to cable manage. Everything's pre-routed for you in the back, so you don't have to do a lot of hassling for it. But overall, like I said, this is the PC that I believe a lot of people should be looking into, especially for a pairing of a 3070 and a 3600. God willing, everything comes back in stock sooner than later. So if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to hit like, and also do not forget to subscribe, and we will see you all in the next one.